Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
So I'm sure everyone has seen on TikTok about Miami and Fort Lauderdale and all these places where flights are grounded. We got stuck in that trying to come back from our trip. Our flight was at like 3:12 and they canceled it at like 11 or 12 p.m. like Monday. And so all the rental cars are booked. The buses sold out. Train sold out. Like, you can't get anything. So we ended up taking a taxi from the Miami airport to Fort Lauderdale and found a rental car for $1,250. The standard price was $898. That was the cheapest one. Then you got taxes and fees. That brings it up to $1,096. Then you got the $200 deposit. Then you got to pay for the tolls to get out of Florida. Then you got to pay the prepaid gas, which I didn't do because for me to top it off at the end only cost me $18 versus the $50 they wanted to charge me. It's absolutely insane. And everybody down there, hotels are booked. So I don't know what people are doing because it got to a point where I almost considered buying a car just to get the hell out of there. I had to go back to work. I have kids. We all have something to go to. But those airports, there are lines out the doors. It is absolutely insane out there. So if you can get something, good for you. Otherwise, you're probably grounded until Friday, or they told me that maybe the next flight would be Monday of next week. Absolutely not. So we drove from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to Atlanta, where my flight was supposed to go, and dropped off the rental car there. So that was like 9.5 hours. And I got my truck out of daily parking in Atlanta. Then you're talking another $150 to get my truck out. Then I had to drive 2 hours to drop my friend home, and then another hour and a half to get myself home. By the time I got home, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, a little after 5. I had to call out of work because I had been traveling awake and traveling for 22 hours. That's how bad it is if you want to get out of Florida or any type of airport right now. Sucks.
Good evening, I'm Bill Malugin, and this is your Fox News Report. TSA lines are getting longer at airports all across the country as spring break travel picks up. Passengers are facing wait times of up to 2 hours at some checkpoints. TSA agents are going without pay, and some aren't even showing up to work. The fight to fund DHS is still in a standoff in Congress. Today is the first day of spring, but it certainly doesn't feel like it for much of the country. Most of California, the Southwest, and parts of the Midwest are under extreme heat warnings through the weekend, with forecasts pushing past 100 degrees in multiple cities. Iran is threatening tourism sites worldwide as global travel ramps up for a busy spring season. The regime also says it is still making missiles despite 3 weeks of heavy U.S. and Israeli strikes on its manufacturing plants. The Pentagon now requesting an additional $200 billion to fund the war. That price tag would need congressional approval. Some student loans are moving to the Treasury Department. It's part of the president's plan to dismantle the Department of Education, the first to shift about $180 billion in defaulted loans.
We need to get back into the business of collecting the money that is owed.
Legendary martial artist and actor Chuck Norris has died. He starred in karate films in the 80s, as well as the hit TV series Walker, Texas Ranger. He was 86 years old. In Washington, I'm Bill Malugin. Have a great weekend.
I'm an American, and I have been trapped in Thailand because I can't get out of Thailand because of the U.S., Israeli, Iran happening. I don't want to get censored, but y'all know what's going on. Apparently, it's affecting everything because I'm in Asia trying to get back to where I live in Norway, and the only way to get there, hold on, I'll show you on the map. All right, as you can see, here I am in Thailand. And if you're trying to go from Thailand to Norway, right, Thailand and Norway, where do you have to fly over? You have to fly over the Middle East. And all my I've had 2 flights be canceled so far, and they're canceling, by the dozens, by the hundreds, because every hub is Doha and Qatar, or Stroja, it's like the United Arab Emirates. It's all over Dubai, and there's no flights, and the flights that they have, some other flights that are going, like, for example, from Thailand to like Hong Kong and trying to go over, those flights have gone. They were $400, then they were $800, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000. I mean, like, the airlines are getting over on us big time, which is insane because people really need to get home. They need to get to where they're traveling. And it's unfortunate because, I mean, I'm a humble bartender. I don't have that money. You know what I mean? Like, I had enough money, and this is the end of my holiday, and I'm trying to get back home to get back to work to make more money. So, like, I'm really kind of stressing out because I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I had a flight on Qatar Airlines, and then, I paid, that was my second flight, right? So I'm waiting on a voucher or a refund from the first flight. So then I buy another flight, and then that one gets canceled, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll send you your refund within 28 days. 28 days? I can't wait 28 days for my money. I need my money now. How am I gonna get home?
Well, we are officially planes, trains, and automobiles. We are on our second day trying to get home. It has been an absolute nightmare. If you're traveling, I would suggest canceling your trip. It's not worth it. We've been literally on 2 hours of sleep, sitting in the Miami airport for 10 hours, and now our 2 flights canceled, and now we're back again today, and we're on standby, and we have absolutely no idea if we're getting out. So if we don't get out on this flight, we have the option to be standby on 2 more flights today, but that would mean that we would now basically be spending another 10 hours in the airport, or we can go to Tampa and rebook for tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And by the way, just want everyone to know, these hotels are price gouging. What normally is $300 is $700. What normally is $500 is $1,000. $1,300. They know exactly what's happening, and they have raised their prices. It's insane. Oh, and don't talk about the car services. You can't even get a car service here. It took us an hour last night to get a car service, to go to a hotel at 2 o'clock in the morning, went to sleep at 3, got back up at 7, and now we're back at the airport. Fun times. Don't do it. Don't travel. It's awful. I don't know if we're going to get out. We're still traveling all together. It's our second day, all flights canceled, and now we're back at the airport. We are having such a good time.
I can give you horror story after horror story after horror story. Here's the reality. This is death by design. This is being done on purpose. Travel at your own risk. There are people who are being stuck in different states, and that's cool because you're still in America. But picture yourself being stuck overseas. Picture yourself in a no-fly zone because Iran gets pissed off at America for what it's doing over there, and they're retaliating on American allies. And y'all already know what time it is. If you don't know what time it is right now and you ain't paying attention to the signs of the times and what's going on in today's times, and it is what it is. But for those of y'all that's tapping in for this information, avoid flying if you don't have to, because you'll find yourself going on a vacation and then you'll find yourself without a job. Not too many jobs is going to allow you to come or have an extra week off because those flights been canceled for an extra week or 2. Bottom line to it is the staff at the airport is not being paid. That's death by design. They're deliberately trying to shut the planes down. Then the next thing you hearing is there's drones over the airports. There's bomb threats over the airports. It's safe to say it ain't safe outside. That's why you need to stay your ass in your house. Stay put, stay grounded. Because the reality of it is, the worst thing that you could do is go somewhere and not be able to make it back to your family when things hit the fan. You know, that's my take on the situation. Every video ain't got to be long, drawn out. Either you get the picture or you don't. Fly at your own risk. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Live life as if you're on a run and stay dangerous at the same time, because there's a war going on outside no man is safe from. I'm out.